How's it going, everyone? Welcome back to Syracuse Aviation, and welcome back to another airport update of Syracuse Hancock International Airport. This is the third update for this airport for the month of April 2022. There's a lot of stuff in this update to get to, a lot of new components, and I'm really excited to get into it. So that being said, let's get started. Beginning at Gate 1, we have the Southwest Airlines Boeing 737-800 in the Freedom 1 livery. This aircraft will be making a flight down to Tampa today. Now, this month, Southwest Airlines did do their inaugural service to Tampa from Syracuse, and they actually did use the Freedom 1 737-800 livery for this flight, which was really awesome to see. I think Southwest likes to do that with inaugurals, just put a special aircraft, so this is really awesome to see that, so this was realistic for that day. So, once again, the Southwest Airlines 737-800 in the Freedom 1 livery at Gate 1, about to head down to Tampa. Before I continue on, I would like to apologize for the lighting. Basically, all my airport updates for the last couple of months were done in a different room, which was my brother's bedroom. He's in college now, so I've kind of taken advantage of his bedroom because the lighting is a little bit better up there. So he's coming home for the summer, so I had to move everything back down to the basement where it was, so that's kind of unfortunate, but I have got some LED lights in the ceiling. Hopefully they're doing kind of well. Looks like it's better than what it used to be, so that's good, but definitely not as good as it was upstairs, so I apologize for that, but hopefully that will improve soon. So, at Gate 3 here, we have the JetBlue Airways Airbus A320 in the Spotlight Tail. I would love to see a Spotlight Tail A320 with sharklets at some point released. I hope it would be Panda to do it, but the Gemini mold with the IAEs is not that bad, so I'd accept that one as well. But for now, we got the fence tip version, which is perfectly fine. It looks really nice. So the JetBlue Airways Airbus A320 Spotlight Tail heading down to Orlando today. Still been going strong on the A320. Not much else to say there. Gate 5 at the current time is vacant, as is Gate 6. Over here at Gate 8, we have an American Airlines Boeing 737-800. This aircraft will be doing a flight down to Charlotte today. Unfortunately, we have been seeing more A319s instead of 738s for Charlotte, which is really unfortunate. We used to get the A321 on the, I think it was like the 5 o'clock service for this flight, but it's all A319s now. Not really a bad aircraft, but it's still nice to get some variety, so I hope they bring back the 738 at some point. So at Gate 8, once again, the American Airlines 737-800 with the new winglet logo will be heading down to Charlotte. At Gate 9, we have the American Eagle ERJ-145. This aircraft will be heading out to Philadelphia. At Gate 10, we have the American Eagle E-175. This aircraft will be heading out to Chicago O'Hare after an arrival from Chicago O'Hare. This has still been E-175s for as long as I can remember. It'd be nice to see some variety with maybe CRJ-700s. We haven't gotten an American Eagle CRJ-900 in a long time. I don't know why. I guess it just isn't what they prefer to operate here. It'd be really cool to see them in the future, though. We did used to get them a decent amount, but it wasn't really too often, so it'd be nice to see some CRJ-900s floating in here, but it's whatever for the time being. So, once again, the American Eagle E-175 heading out to Chicago. Behind the E-175, just about to taxi into its gate, Gate 11, we have the Allegiant Air Airbus A319 in the new livery. This aircraft is just now arriving in from Orlando Sanford, and it will head right back out to Orlando Sanford. Orlando Sanford has been still on the A319 for quite a while now, which is really interesting. I think Allegiant has a lot fewer 319s and 320s, so this is interesting to me because I feel like Orlando, out of all Allegiant's destinations from Syracuse, would be one of the more popular ones. This is probably because Southwest and Frontier already serve the Orlando area from Syracuse, and JetBlue, of course, so this might be why there's not as much demand because other airlines already serve this destination, so it's something interesting there. With that being said, we'll get on to the next aircraft. Currently occupying Gate 12, we have an Allegiant Air Airbus A320 in the new livery with sharklets. This aircraft will be making a flight to Sarasota-Bradenton after an arrival from Sarasota-Bradenton. Sarasota's been going on the A320 for a while. There's not really a whole lot else to say there. So that being said, we'll get onto the next aircraft. So making our way into the B-concourse now, we're going to start at Gate 20. So this is a new model here. This is the Frontier A320 in the Griswold the Bear livery by Gemini Jets. If you haven't seen the unboxing of this, it was really cool, so definitely feel free to check that out. I'll try to put a card in this video for it, just so you can have some easier access. But yeah, the Frontier A320 here at Gate 20 will be heading down to Orlando. Orlando, last month-ish, was going pretty consistently on the A321. So it's unfortunate I couldn't get that in an airport update, but I just didn't have a Frontier A321. Otherwise, I would have definitely included that. I'm thinking that was probably just because of winter traffic was a little bit more popular, but I still feel like they would have used the 321s for bigger airports and such rather than Syracuse. But it was still really cool to get them for that little period of time. Hopefully they come back, and hopefully by that point, Frontier will have more. And at that point, hopefully I'll have a model. I'm still waiting for NG to release one, but from what I've heard, they're working on the 321 mold for now, so I'd rather have to wait a little bit longer and have a more accurate model, so I'm not really going to complain. So, once again, at Gate 20, Frontier A320 with Sharklets, Griswold the Bear, November 227 Foxtrot Romeo, about to head down to Orlando MCO. Currently being housed at Gate 21, we have the United Airlines Boeing 737-900. This aircraft will be making a flight out to Washington IAD today. I may have said this before, but IAD is now on an A319 after it was consistent 739s for a while. Again, United mainline just isn't there. It's so inconsistent. It's obnoxious. But it did make its way into here for one night recently. I think it was last week. I can't remember the day, so I apologize for that. But it did make its way in here, so I figured it'd still be cool to represent this. I think it parked at Gate 20 though, so this would be where the Frontier is currently, but I still wanted to include it somehow, so this is kind of the best thing I could do. And United typically does park their main line at Gate 21, so this is still pretty realistic, I would say. So, once again, we have a United Airlines 737-900 in the Evo Blue livery, and this aircraft will be heading out to Washington IAD. So we have a very interesting thing to go over here with Delta Airlines. So at Gate 23 here, we have the Delta Airlines Airbus A319. So what they did for spring break for the month of April for a couple weeks is they upgraded the 3 daily A320 service to a 4 daily A319 service to Atlanta. So that was really interesting to see. I was glad that they did that because then I would have been able to include it in an airport update. So currently, right now, it's back to the A320 for 3 daily. So I apologize for being late to the show, but I wanted to wait to get this update out so that I could have the glass jet bridges in it. So that's kind of why, so I apologize for that, but still really cool to be able to represent this for the time being. I would love to get an A320 soon. Honestly, I wouldn't mind a downgrade to a 3 daily A319 just so I could use this, but obviously for the airport that wouldn't be as good. But nevertheless, once again, the Delta 319 heading down to Atlanta. Here at Gate 24, we have a Delta Connection CRJ900LR. This aircraft just arrived in from Detroit and will be heading right back out to Detroit once it is done here in Syracuse. Detroit's still been going on the CRJ 200s, 700s, and 900s, so we've been seeing a lot of variety here. The 900s are slowly starting to become more consistent, which is great to see. We're still seeing a handful of CRJ 200s, which is kind of unfortunate, but we are seeing a lot more CRJ 900s than in the past, so that being said, it's great to see the Detroit service doing well, and with that being said, we'll head on to the next aircraft. Next to that, at Gate 25, we have a Delta Connection CRJ900LR once again. This one will be heading out to New York LaGuardia after an arrival from New York LaGuardia earlier. New York LaGuardia has still been going on the CRJ900 consistently for as long as I can remember. It's been really consistent, unlike United's mainline. So, great to see New York LaGuardia on the CRJ900. And that being said, that is the last aircraft. So overall here at Syracuse, there's some really good stuff going on here. The airport's doing pretty well. I'm very excited for Breeze to join the show in June. Inaugural flight will be June 10th on the A220. So they're going to be starting Charleston and Las Vegas, which is going to be very exciting. I don't know where they park. I'm hoping it's Gate 15, as I said. I've mentioned that quite a few times now, so I apologize. But it's going to be very cool to see Breeze here. It's going to be a lot more full. Hoping to see some more mainline in the future would be really nice. A lot of great new additions to this airport update. The last one, you might remember, I only had 2 glass jet bridges. And I've, today actually, acquired all the rest. So I have all 4 glass jet bridges that I need. So yeah, it was very fun update today. It was really cool to be able to incorporate all this stuff like the Delta A319 and Freedom 1 and Griswold the Bear especially were 3 aircraft that were really cool to do. So I really hope you guys enjoyed today's update. If you did, please consider liking the video and subscribing to the channel. If you have any questions or comments, go ahead and leave me a comment below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.